The Hockey Dude. The Hockey Dude. The Hockey Dude. The Hockey Dude.
Heyo! What's up, hockey fans? How are we doing on this Tuesday? Hope everyone is doing well. Had a great weekend. If you're in the States, I hope you had a nice 3-day weekend. That would be awesome. So come on in. Let's talk some hockey tonight on this Tuesday night. Got a busy night around the league. Just setting up a couple things over here. So how are you? How was your weekend? Let's I guess what do you say we jump right into it? Let's get into my predictions. Just give me 1 sec. Let me get them up. For some reason it didn't save. I went 7-2 yesterday. I'm currently 131 wins, 89 losses on the year. That's good for 42 games above 500, I want to say, if my math is correct. Sometimes I don't know if my math is right. Sometimes I don't know if anything is right. But yeah, we're talking hockey. I'm going to get through my predictions. Then we're going to talk a little Alex Galchenyuk. My goodness, has that guy bounced around the league or what? We're going to get into that. Maybe we'll have some Leafs fans pop in, talk about him. We'll see. We'll see. But for tonight, let me run through these predictions real quick. We got the Isles taking down the Sabres 3-2. We have the Capitals finally beating the Penguins 4-3. We have the Devils welcome back over the Rangers 3-1. The Stars and Predators, I believe, was postponed. I had a 4-2 score for the Stars. I got the Avalanche waking up, beating the Knights 3-1 tonight. And I got the Wild coming out over the Kings 3-2. Welcome back, Minnesota. So it's welcome back to a couple teams, which is very nice. Finally getting some teams back, getting some games played. So should be good times in the NHL. Now, the Flyers had 16 players on the ice today for practice. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, so Alex Galchenyuk, now a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Man, has this guy had a ride the last week or so. Pardon me. Traded to Carolina from the Senators, and then waived. And then, instead of acquiring him via waivers, am I saying that? Yeah, I'm saying that. Dubois decided that he was going to trade for Galchenyuk, giving up a couple lower tier prospects, forward Igor Kushkov and defenseman Dennis Warovsky. I believe that it was more of a money type of move, get some bodies off the roster for whatever reason. I think the reason they didn't claim him off waivers probably has to do with maybe being able to get him and not have to worry about him having to go back and forth on waivers if they put him to the taxi squad. But who knows? Maybe Sheldon Keefe can get a little production out of him in a bottom six, situation. But this guy, this Galchenyuk, I mean, where hasn't he played? You know what I mean? Let's take a peek here. Alex Galchen. Because he's been on so many teams that I don't even remember how many teams he was on. So, let's check out his playing career. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. The Senators, the Wild, the Penguins, the Coyotes, the Canadiens, and the Leafs. Obviously, he was drafted. Here's the problem I have. 3rd overall in 2012. We did a show a few weeks back about all these first-round busts. Galchenyuk belongs on that list. Galchenyuk's just been a disaster. An absolute disaster. So, his first year with Montreal in 12-13, he played 48 games. He had 27 points, 9 goals. Blah, 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 blah. We skip a few years. And then he had a productive year in 2015-2016. He scored 30 goals. He had 26 apples. He had 56 points. 56 points. A couple years later, he had 51 points. But he only had 19 goals that year. He had a lot more helpers. He had 19 goals with the Coyotes a few years back, 41 points. Then between the Penguins and the Wild, he had 8 goals and 16 assists in 59 games. I mean, bottom 6, great addition. Bottom 6, you got yourself a guy who could probably bang home. I don't know, maybe he'll get 5-6 goals for the Leafs this year. Maybe. It's a condensed schedule. It's a condensed season. So maybe he will get 5 or 6 goals to the Leafs this year. Maybe. Who knows? But this guy was drafted 3rd overall. Where's the production from a 3rd overall draft choice? It's just not there. And it's so unfortunate because the kid was highly touted. 83 points in 68 games with the Serena Sting of the OHL in 2010, 2011. 2012, 2013, he played 33 games. He had 61 points. So the kid came in with the Chicago Young Americans back in 09-010. 09-010, you heard that? 09-10. He played 38 games. He had 87 points. 44 goals, 43 assists. Nice little balance there. So there was some type of promise behind Galchenyuk. Like he was going to be able to find the back of the net. And he did for that 1 year. He scored 20 with Montreal. 20 or better with Montreal twice. So, just what a disaster of a career this guy has had. And now he gets a chance with a chip on his shoulder. Hopefully, he can produce for Toronto and give himself some type of place on their bottom 6. And maybe they keep him for a couple years. Maybe he gels. Maybe Sheldon Keefe can get something out of him. That's what you hope for. That's what you want from a guy like Galchenyuk. You want something. Some type of production. So, we shall see. The sky's not the limit. The ceiling is very low. You stand up, you can hit your head. But maybe there's something to this trade. Maybe there's something to this trade. Time will tell. Time will tell. Let's see what else we got going on around the league today. The Predators and Stars was postponed due to the inclement weather. That was yesterday. They updated the schedule for the Flyers games. The Flyers may still be able to play at Lake Tahoe. That would be cool. Preds made a couple taxi squad moves. Let's see here. A lot of schedule changes. I'm not going to get into all of them. A lot of stuff around the league is being changed. Nikita Gusev was removed from the COVID protocol list. That's good. But that's it. It's been a quiet day. It was a busy weekend. Guys getting suspended. It's a busy weekend, but it was a quiet day. So that's not a bad thing. Devils have made some changes to their hockey operations staff. All right, that's cool. Yeah. James Neal got waived. How about that? This guy had promise. Can't produce. Injuries take over. That's what happens. It's unfortunate. Come on into the chat. Come talk with the hockey dude. Who are you? Where are you from? Who's your favorite team? Who's your favorite player? What do you love most about hockey? I want to hear from you, the hockey fan. I want to chat with you. Come on in. Say hello. Let's do this. Couple barn burners on the schedule yesterday. Man, those Oilers could score, but they can't stop a puck. Canucks have played a little bit better as of late, even with a loss yesterday. They haven't been doing terrible. The Leafs have lost 2 in a row. They fell apart. How do you fall apart to the Senators? How do you collapse up 5-1 to Ottawa? I'm sorry, Senators fans. No disrespect, but your team is not good. And what's up with the Panthers? The Florida Panthers. What is up with Florida? That is, what are they? 7-2 or 9-2 or something crazy like that. 9-2-2. 9-2-2. They're 6-2-2 in their last 10. Granted, they've only played 13 games. It's good for a .769 win percentage. They have a +4 goal differential. Carolina, too. Carolina, 10-3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 10-win teams in the league. Carolina Hurricanes are one of them. And the Florida Panthers are not far behind. Is that not crazy? I mean, you look at the team on black and white, you wouldn't expect it. Huberdeau's good. Barkov's good. Verhaeghe's okay. Hornquist is all right. Ekblad and Yandel, all right. Duclair's having a slow start to the year. Wenberg, and then that's about it. Radko Gudas, man, I miss him in Philadelphia. Here's what confuses me about this Florida team. Not a lot of offensive talent from a black and white perspective. Okay, all right, so be it. But Chris Dredger is 4-1 with a .231 goals against and a .926 save percentage. But Bob is 5-1. But he has a 3.33 goals against and an .884 save percentage. So a guy can't stop a beach ball. Can't stop a beach ball, but they're putting the puck in the back of the net for him. Andy! Happy Tuesday, buddy. How are you, brother? Oh man, listen. I started the show talking about it, so I want to get your feedback. Alex Galchenyuk, what say you? Let me know what you think. Yeah, Verhaeghe definitely came out of the woodwork. I agree with you 100%. I saw him light up the Flyers a couple times last season. So but for this guy to have 12 points on the year, 7 goals, second highest goal total on the team behind Huberdeau. No. Carter Verhaeghe leads the team in goals with 7. I'm good, buddy. I'm good. Thank you for asking. Just waiting for Flyers hockey to come back, but I've been watching some really good games as of late. What happened? So then Wayne Simmons, when he returns, he becomes a staple on the second line? Is that what you're saying? The delay is brutal, but it's all right. I keep it going in between. Carter Verhaeghe, 7 goals on the year, leading the Florida Panthers in goals scored. Woof. Woof. Oh, okay. So Simmer, Spezza, and maybe Galchenyuk on that fourth line. How's Patan? You like Patan? Yeah, I don't. You know what's funny, Andy? I think that's just going to be the case around the league. You know, these are where guys got to step up. It's go time. Here's your chance. You were drafted. All right, so a solid fourth liner then for Patan. But like I was saying, this is go time for the guys that are going to get a chance now, whether it's off the taxi squad or getting recalled from the A or wherever they were demoted to. You were drafted. You're a hockey player. Let's go. Put on those skates. You know, tuck it in, and go bang and get ready. Agreed. I'm actually glad the American Hockey League is finally getting back. It's a necessity. It gives guys a way to stay conditioned. Playing at game speed, not at practice. Although we all know practice makes perfect. But yeah, it keeps guys going at game speed. It keeps things a little bit more stabilized, in my opinion. So that's a plus for a lot of teams. A lot of teams, Jesus. I think the Flyers are going to be out. Are going to be without Giroux and Voracek, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna help everybody. It's gonna be a nice big help. I got stuck there for a second. I don't know why I get these brain farts sometimes, or I just get frozen in time, and I'm just like, oh man, I was gonna say something, but I have no idea what I was gonna say right there. Hey, so Malkin decided to wake up a little bit. Well, let's be real. Let's be real. It's going to start within a couple weeks. Yeah, if it's going to start coming down to the nitty gritty soon. I just think that the whole COVID issue needs to kind of make its way out of the league, so that GMs don't have to figure out how they're going to shuffle salary. Because you're going to see a lot of taxi squad playing the next week or so, next maybe 7 to 10 days, maybe 14 days. The good news is my Flyers may still be able to play Lake Tahoe, which for me is going to be really cool to witness. Well, better for the Leafs because he can get into the lineup right away. He doesn't have to worry about the quarantine protocol. So that's a positive. Alex Galchenyuk, welcome to Toronto. Welcome to like your 7th team in 7 years. Mitch Marner, 23 points on the year. Austin Matthews, 20 points on the year. You guys got 2 players in the top 10. Yeah. Can you imagine? I mean, Montreal's obviously going to be a buyer, but can you imagine if they were ever a seller next? Let's just say next year, for what it's worth. Montreal sells and they ship Gallagher to Toronto. Oh my, that would. Pardon me. Be like the Rangers trading Panarin to the Islanders. Be like the Penguins sending Crosby to Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's the perfect hockey player. I mean, he's not the most gifted. He's not an Ovechkin or a Crosby or a McDavid or a Draisaitl or a Malkin. No, I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go there. So I was offered my first and a bunch of prospects for Gallagher and Leonard, and I totally was like, "Are you bugging, dude?" So I tried to get Gurianov for Gallagher and a first. My first and Gurianov for Gallagher alone. But obviously that was shot down. I tried to make a deal. It would have made me sell, but it fell through the cracks, unfortunately. So I don't know what to do because I win one, I lose one. I win one, I lose one. I win one, I lose one. It's like a never ending vicious cycle. Yeah. He had no shot. If he wasn't giving up Gurianov, I'm not making a deal with him. I don't care about prospects because prospects are hit or miss. Look, speaking of Galchenyuk, 3rd overall draft pick. The guy's a bottom 6 forward. I mean, Scott Lawton was drafted in the 1st round too, and he's a bottom 6 forward, but he's a much more suitable bottom 6 forward. The guy does it all. He can play power play. He plays on the penalty kill. He's a little speedster. You know, he gets a damn hat trick. So you want Gallagher and Leonard. I want my first and Gurianov to start. To start. And then we go from there. Then you could throw in your Cal Foot and your Wayne Primo. Okay, then we got a deal. But come on, Ryan. Come on. Yeah, but he said that he was an untouchable. I'd do that deal in a minute. I'm sure anybody would. Listen, if I'm going to sell, I got to sell, and it's got to be valuable for me. Gurianov, 2-3 years from now, he could help me around Couturier. He could be a nice, solid top liner. What are you doing? What's going to happen with you? You going to keep Binnington and build around him? We're talking sim hockey. If If anybody's in a simulated hockey league and you want to jump in and talk some sim hockey for a little while, come on in, join the fun. We could talk fantasy hockey too. No, listen, that's not a. Why not? I mean, I doubt your roster is going to allow for that. Oh, dude, send me Keith. I get Keith, I don't have to sell. That's how I feel. I mean, I go from scoring 8 goals to giving up 6 goals. I don't understand it. I need somebody on the back end. Give me Keith for a second and a prospect. I don't know which one you would want, though. And no, I'm not going to give up Suter. We're talking hockey trades. Simulated Hockey League hockey trade talk here with the hockey dude for a little while. Because he has, to be fair, in comparison to what's around him, he has no choice. He's kicked it into the next gear. But because of what's around him, it's also making him look a lot better. So you could play both ends of the spectrum there. Duncan Keith, 3 teeth. I like that. It rhymes. I like that. That works. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Andy? Like, the talent around him doesn't give you much of a choice to be the best and go completely balls to the wall, but the talent around him also exaggerates him in the spotlight. But yeah, man. I give my predictions. It's a quiet chat tonight. We gotta figure out a way to get this thing going. Detroit, well, actually they can't. They don't really have anything to sell. Maybe the Kaiser. What does Ottawa really have to give up also? I think Edmonton might sell. Vancouver's going to sell. Vancouver. The Canucks are going to be a definite seller. I think that's the team that you got to watch out for, dumping off some players. Maybe a guy like JT Miller goes. Vancouver, maybe the Penguins, but they've been playing much better as of late, so probably not. They'll probably buy. Knowing Burke, they're going to buy. Yeah, Vancouver could give up some stuff and get a lot of stuff in return. Who's pumping out losses for power? Pump them out for power. Where does he go? Oh, man. Yeah, the Flyers need a D-man, too. But Chicago's playing too good. Otherwise, I'd ask to trade for Keith. Who else sells this year? Maybe Net. Oh, dude. The Predators. What do you think about that? The Predators go full sell mode. What, RNH for Letang? The Penguins need defensive help, too. I don't think they're going to give up Letang anyway. Tanev? RNH for Tanev? That's a tough choice because I think the Penguins need offense, but I think they need a little defensive help too. Yo, what's up, JB? Lurky, lurky, lurky. Love you, brother. Thank you. They got no goaltending, Andy. They have zero help between the pipes. They score 4 goals, they give up 5. I can see Nashville selling for sure. For sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. Na, na, na. Saros was supposed to be the guy. Unfortunately, UC Saros is not the guy. Let's see. So Arvidsson could go. Maybe we see Duchesne get a new team. Arvidsson probably wouldn't go. Colton Sissons. Maybe Ekholm. Oh man, they just have a poor team all around. Yeah, you could put Fabro on that list. You could definitely put Fabro on that list. Dante Fabro, 2 goals, 4 assists, -1 on the year, and it's actually pretty good for the piss poor team that Nashville's become. Here's the telltale about the season. They have a back-to-back coming up with Columbus. That's another team. Oh, oh, and it's unfortunate because Roslovic is a hell of a player, but maybe Cam Atkinson. I'd like him on my team. Well, we don't need anybody up front though. The Flyers need defensive help in a way that you cannot imagine. Oh, the expansion draft is gonna be. It's gonna make this trade deadline a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's gonna make it. It's so interesting for the GMs for what they have to do this year. They have so much to put into every deal that they make. They have to make sure that then they have to worry about who they're protecting, who's a rental, how much you want to pay for a rental by losing another roster player that a lot goes into it. Yeah, Atkinson is starting to heat up for sure. I like him. I've always liked him. I was going to put him on our UB a GM team. I just couldn't fit him. I don't know where to put him. But I always like Cam Atkinson. The delay is real. I got to figure out how to bring you in as a second feed or something. I don't know. We'll look into it. But I think, excuse me. They're gonna wrap it up here, Andy. If you want to. So here's the deal. Vegas did phenomenal, but they had the pick of the litter, man. I don't think Seattle's going to get that lucky. Who's Seattle going to get there for their starting goalie? Corey Schneider? Vegas has a big decision to make with their goaltenders. You got to keep them both. You got to keep that tandem intact. Marc-Andre Fleury is like 8-1 or 8-2 this season. He's got 2 shutouts. Man, I love me some Marc-Andre Fleury. I hated him when he was in Pittsburgh, but I love him now. Oh, if Seattle gets Holtby, they might as well get the first overall the following year. Nah, I don't want to see Flower go to another expansion team, man. He belongs in Vegas. He needs to finish his career out in Vegas. I really hope it for him. Hey, anybody in Vegas want to send me a nice mustard yellow or golden yellow Fleury jersey? PM me. I'll give you my address. It's got to be a donation. Yeah, but he's found the fountain of youth, Andy. Has he not? Got to get myself that reverse retro that they came out with. That red Vegas Golden Knights jersey is phenomenal. I love it. I got to get me one. But enough about that. We'll do jersey chat another night for sure. A real slow night, slow news for a couple days. We'll do jersey talk. Yeah, he's been phenomenal, man. He found the fountain of youth. I'm really happy for him. Yeah, 100%. 100%. No doubt in my mind. Do you agree or disagree? Listen, I put him on my. I wrote a little blog about the 10 best Canadian-born goaltenders of all time, and I think I put him at number 9. How do you not put him on that list? Yeah, like you said, he's got the resume, man. NHL and international. He's one of the best Canadian-born goaltenders to ever play the sport. And he has the accolades to back it up, my friend. I love it. I love it, Andy. Great idea. I'm not even going to get into it right now. I'm going to save that. That's a great topic. Maybe we even do it tomorrow night. You available tomorrow night? If you're available tomorrow night, maybe we'll do it for tomorrow night. We'll talk about it off the air. I love it, like I'm a radio show host with 2 for an audience, you and Jose. But I love it. I'm getting a new backdrop soon. But I'll get into that another time too. Yeah, buddy. Sounds good, man. I'm going to get out of here too. Thanks for the chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. John, thanks for lurking. Anybody in the background, thank you for joining in. Until tomorrow, peace.